Hey everyone, so this is part 2 closing arguments as far as like what didn't get put in the first video about Nick and Alandria and their breakup. So I just want to say that I believe that their relationship was authentic. I think that if it was not authentic, then they would have actually shoved it in people's faces more and could have made a crap ton more money because one of the, okay, TMI, and I'm sorry, this is not safe for children, okay? So get the kids out of here. There was a creator on TikTok that one time said like that she wanted them to get an OnlyFans, and I'm like, girl, you're crazy. When she said that, right? When she said that, I'm like, this chick has lost the plot. Y'all, the way they the way they would have cleaned up. I'm sorry. Go argue with somebody else. They would have cleaned up. And so, no, but I mean, I know people are like, oh, that's trashy. I'm just saying they could have milked it so much more if it were a fake relationship. So I believe that it was authentic. When I say that I think that Alandria, in my personal opinion, romantically is going to have a harder time, it's because, and I've said this before, I'm going to say this again, okay? You with me? It is much easier for a man to find a good woman than for a woman to find a good man. Sorry, go argue with somebody else. Go argue with somebody else. Okay? I'm not the one for that argument. I'll pull up the FBI statistics to verify my argument. I'm telling you, it is easier for a man to find a good woman, at least to say a woman who is devoted to him, than a woman to find a man who is devoted to us. Okay? If you look up, and this is going into other things outside of NicOlandrian, but it's just to prove my point, about how hard it is to find a good guy. Okay, no matter who you are. If you look up about women and men in marriages becoming ill, women are several times more likely to be left by our intimate partner, who is a man, than men are by their female intimate partners. Okay, these men do not want to take care of their partners when they get super ill. Not all. Okay, and if you're one of those great guys who'll stick around and you're wonderful and you love your children and you have no problem with watching your kids 24/7 and you're just wonderful, I love that for you. Honest to God, I love that for you. I'm making a point though that is not most. And it's not most, okay? You are far more likely to find a woman like that than a man like that. So that is why I say that I'm worried about Alandria. It's not that I don't think that she can pull somebody great, like somebody on paper who's great. I'm worried about her pulling a guy of good character, okay? Not just on paper great, but a good guy, like in terms of devoted to her. And after what we've witnessed between her and Nick, I feel like any man that she hooks up with if he shows her that same level of loyalty, is going to come across as performative versus authentic, okay? And it could very well be authentic. I'm saying it's going to come across as performative because we've already seen the original with she and Nick, And anyway, and as far as Nick, when I was saying that I didn't think that he was super remarkable, it's not me trying to like humble Nick, okay? It's that I'm talking about his introduction to the world was Love Island, right? On Love Island, the relationship that was the most like scintillating and like, oh my gosh, that had people drooling was he and Alandria. Their kiss, I forgot that area that they kissed, and it's like at the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out, but that little kiss they had, not little kiss, but you know what I mean? There were people watching it in bars who were like watching that scene and freaking out like, yes, like as if it was the freaking Super Bowl. Okay, there was something magical about their relationship. I even watched, high key, I even watched this body language expert who was watching them, like their interactions with each other, and they were saying like, wow, they're totally in sync. Like, it's crazy how in sync they are. And so, like, seeing these two people that seem so good together, you know, it's hard. It's really hard to see them not together and stuff. And I wish them both the best. I hope that they do make their way back together, providing that, you know, all like there's nothing crazy going on behind the scenes between them. That I hope that they do make their way back to each other. But if they don't, I don't have any ill towards Nick. I'm definitely Team Alandria. And, you know, I think Nick is, you know, a cutie pie. I really do. I'm just saying that without that connection, I never would have noticed him on that level at all. Sorry. No, respectfully, you know, but that was what made him really stand out. So that's why I say career-wise, I wonder what's next. You know, and he can't do those like DJ sets where he's like calling Alandria and shit, because it's not going to hit the same if y'all are just friends, you know what I mean? But anyway, I think that's all I had to say. If more stuff comes out later, last bit is if they, okay, so I don't know the exact reason that they broke up, because I like was sad as soon as I heard they broke up. I'm like, no, but I think it was something to do with scheduling or something. Y'all are going to have that same problem no matter who you're dating, so I don't get the point. Unless she's dating somebody who travels with her, and unless he's dating someone who travels with him, it's always going to be that. So I think they should have worked that shit out, you know? And I'm going to say this, and I feel bad, but this part is about Alandria. And again, controversial. Y'all going to be mad at me. I don't care. I have loved watching her meteoric rise. I have loved watching this girl put her money where her mouth was when she said, or where her mouth is when she said that 2026 people gonna be mad at her and hate her because like of how, you know, how many big things she's doing, right? All that being said, I think that to have a serious relationship with somebody that's not Nick, she might have to sit her ass down for a while. And I hate saying that. And again, y'all gonna be mad. I'm sorry. But it's going to be difficult, because how would it be any different? If you're always on the go and being a socialite and everything like that. And again, I'm not blaming, that's like, I'm not trying to say, oh, she can't have a career and all that kind of stuff. I'm saying that I do think that if the issue with scheduling conflicts, is going to always be the issue no matter who you're with, you know? And same thing for him. Same thing for him. You better find some place to like sit your ass down, because how are you supposed to carry on a relationship with somebody if that's the issue? If y'all don't want to do the long distance thing, no matter who it is, it's going to be the same damn thing, you know? That's my personal opinion, unless that person wants to travel with you. And then you got to ask yourself, well, why don't they have their own shit going on? You know what I mean? I don't know. But you guys can share your opinions if you have any on this. And I appreciate you watching. I do hope they figure it out together, because I love them. You know, they're my Barbie and Ken. You know, they're my Romeo and Juliet, whatever you want to call it. I just love them together so much. They're my Niles and Daphne for sure. And so we will see. But that's it. Take care. Bye.